Hey guys, it's Trisha. I'm here to do a finish video and a dekitting of this project, plus a little bit more, but we'll get to that. So let me show you this little thing right now. This is what I termed rainbow budgies. It's a little kit that I got off of Everyday E-Deals, and it's a round. This was a real fun one to do. The bright colors were really cool, especially all the pinks in this, because I love pink, and I think this is a fairly well done image for one of the smaller paintings. That's what kind of drew me to it, other than, you know, just the sheer volume of pink that's in it. But so cute. Look at those sweet faces. So the drills were really good quality, and the canvas. The canvas itself is a little rumpled because of the drawer that I have to put it in at work. So I've determined that this size is a little bit too big. It's manageable, but it's ungainly to work on at work, because where I have to store it, the drawer just doesn't suit it, and the desk, you know, it gets a little awkward. You know, there's a lot of times I had to work on it sideways, which is fine. My brain can process that. But here it is. Super cute. So if you like this, I would recommend it. It was a good kit. And Everyday E-Deals, I like the way the website is set up. It still ships from China as far as I can tell. But I like that people will take pictures of their finished projects and do reviews on that site, and that site more often than not posts a picture of the canvas, not just the artwork that it was based off of, but the canvas, because that really does help me decide, does it translate well into a diamond painting. So I would really suggest, if you like the bright colors, this is a wonderful painting to do. So just one more time, we'll get up on that sweet little faces, and let's see if we can get, I don't know, I can see it, I can see the sparkle. It has really good sparkle in real life. Okay, so let's put this aside, and we'll get into the dekitting. I mean, it took me quite a while to finish that, because I have been doing way more cross-stitching than diamond painting. But I hit a point, like on Friday, where I was just like, I don't feel like doing any cross stitch. I'm tired of gaming. I'm tired of YouTube. So I pulled those guys out and I finished them up. Alright, so dekitting this one. We're going to dekit Rainbow Budgies, but we're also going to dekit the drills from my Advent. So the cardinal one that cardinal pair that I did, I never did a dekitting of, so I think we'll do that tonight. So this one is the non-DMC style for kitting. Let me grab my baggies. And so this is how we're doing it at the moment. I do have it in the works. Eventually, it will come to fruition of creating a color chart to try to match these up and get them into the DMC storage. So while I was actually home with COVID, I got COVID. It's funny. I was doing bumpkiss. I mean, I was going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. And I think it was back in January is when I got COVID from my coworker who continued to go to church. And they had a family visiting from Texas that weren't feeling all that great. They infected the entire church, and he brought it to work. So, but anyways, I had 10 days. I was home. My symptoms were rather mild. I had a fever for 2.5 days, and just the fatigue. But other than that, everything, it cleared up really quickly. I was thankful that my body handled it as well as it did. So, but what I was saying is during those 10 days, I unpackaged the set of diamonds that I had ordered off of AliExpress and got them. I had some of those Tic Tac containers, those somewhat large boxes with all the Tic Tac containers in it that I am never going to use for projects. I use them to pack it, or get the diamonds out of their plastic packets and into containers. I have the sheets that I would put the diamonds on created, but I think I need to tweak it a little bit because I had originally decided that I wanted to do like a 2x6, no, a 2x4 grouping, and I'm not sure I need that much, so I might be doing a 2x3 or a 2x2. So when I get the bug again to work on it, I will monkey with that, and I will figure out how I want to do it. So then once I have finalized my design of the printables, I'll be putting together a color chart for the diamonds. But also, before I even do that, I need to order some to fill in some gaps. Apparently they only included a certain number of colors, and I'm about 4 or 5 colors short of a full set. So I just need to get around to putting together that order. And once I get that done, and then I can get started on making the color charts. I looked at the pre-packaged color charts, and my OCD wasn't going to be able to handle the haphazardly placed diamonds on those things. So that's when I decided I really just needed to make one myself. And once I have mine, since I'll have more diamonds, I couldn't get just 6 diamonds of each color from any company. Believe me, I asked. So they came in the roughly 100. What's in those little packets? About 100. So I will probably make a few extra and put them up on eBay or Etsy, or just on one of the diamond painting Facebook groups. Sell them. But that's not going to be for a while yet. I have so I'm now fully vaccinated. So between my natural immunity from having COVID and being vaccinated, I went to StitchCon. I had a great time. I wore my mask in the airport, on the planes, anytime we used public transportation. But the rest of the time, while we were in the stitching room and all that, I did not wear a mask. And it turned out perfectly fine. I think because being crafters, we were way more apt at just staying home. The likelihood of someone having a COVID in that group was pretty low. I took that into account. But also, I figured if I was going to get COVID from that event, well, so be it, because trying to cross-stitch with a mask on is a pain in the ass. Okay, so yes, events are starting to be happen more and more. I mean, granted, things are closing back up with Delta, but it's amazing. It's kind of amazing. It seems like there's just so many people that are just pretty much done with just not doing stuff. So people are like, you know what? I'm just gonna get out and do something. Okay, so let's get away from COVID talk, because I talk about it. We talk about it way too much, I think. You have to be informed and you have to be careful, but it doesn't need to dominate the conversation. Okay, so let's see what else. Lots of that pink left over. Nice. Such pretty. Oh, this is my favorite pink. This is my favorite pink right here. I love the really saturated bright pink. I had one that just wanted to hang on. Oh my gosh, look at that punk. Oh, it's washing out in the camera. In real life, my gosh, it is so bright and makes me happy. Alright, so next, in about 10 days, I will be heading to Ohio to go to the Craft Gallery's Blackbird Stitching Retreat. So looking forward to that. And then in end of October, the El Paso crew is having a fall winter retreat up in the mountains just to the east of me. And that one's always so super fun. And then in January, I'm going up to Ohio again to go to Stitch Away stitching retreat. That one is always so much fun. Because being in New Mexico, I don't get to see a whole lot of winter. So going someplace where it's truly winter is fun for me. And then in February, I'm going to Pittsburgh for the first Steel City Stitchers retreat. I managed to get into that one, so looking forward to that. And then June, well, I'll find out October 6th if I made it into StitchCon 2022 or not. Chances are pretty good because I got my submission in the first 5 minutes. So pretty good chances that I did. So StitchCon 2022. And then the week after StitchCon is the Sirens retreat over in San Antonio. So that one, she's canceled it the past two, three, I think it's two years. So I am really looking forward to getting back to that one. Alright. So I think what I'll do is I'll put all these back in here for now. And I'll pull the labels off when I'm sitting in front of the TV. Either that or they'll get pulled off right before I do my next kitting up. Alright, so what else is crafty? So I am gearing up for the that I tried to set that on top of something and it just slid right off. So I think I am out of my 3x4 bags, and I keep forgetting to pick more up when I get to Hobby Lobby. So maybe I'll make a trek for that this week. We'll see. Okay, so like I said, I was starting to say, I'm gearing up for the Advent diamond painting with Rebecca at 4 Kids at 147. She's also known by, her company's name is Add More Zest. She did it last year, and so I am looking forward to it. I ordered some diamond paintings from Everyday E-Deals that were winter themed, that are really appealed to me. And so I figure if I order them now, there's a good chance that I'll have them in hand by 1 December. If not, I have something else that's not perfect for it, but I could work on it for the Advent calendar diamond painting. And I don't know if they're going to do it again this year. But I ordered some diamond paintings for a Winter with DAC stitch along diamond paint along. I think they call it a paint along. Okay, so now time to do this kit. It's been several months since this one was. Let's see, I have bags. So it's been a while since I've done a dekitting. So I have get some of these out because I'll probably need them. The little cards. And trying to remember my processes. So let me see, I have 150, which is in the front here, which I apparently decided to put the bag in front of the card. Yep. So there is nothing in front of 150. So let's get a bag out. And, oh wait, I do seem to recall, I need to stand up to grab them. Have my, oops, bumped my table and something fell. My old color coach from Stampin' Up. Okay, so I have my round and my square. And these are round. Okay, so I don't need these. I will need these. Alright, so let's put you over here. And I have my round 150 to go on the bag. And in goes a card. And in goes the diamonds. Just like so. Alright. We'll continue to do it that way for now. My natural inclination was to go behind the card this time, so I might have to switch that up. If I keep trying to do that, that's what I'll do, is I'll make the change. So 154. I'm having to decide. Let's see. Yeah, I like putting the card, this little folded sheet, that's why I have it in there. I'm just remembering, is I like to put that in the slot that I pull or I need something in. Okay, so 154. Let's grab my sticker. Okay, so I'm having to decide if I want to do what Rebecca's been doing. She's been, well, my brain just took a vacation. She made bags for all of the diamond slots in her storage, so that when she goes to do her dekittings, they're already there, even if they're empty. So I'm gonna have to think if that's something that I want to do. At this point, I have so few in comparison to her that I'm not sure if it would suit me. Because as it is right now, I can stick with one box until I outgrow the box. I don't know. I will have to ruminate on it for a while. And just continue to do it the way I'm doing it until I feel a need to otherwise. So 160. I write that little number so small, and my eyesight's not the greatest. I don't have cheaters in here, so I'm pretty sure that's 160. So 160 has nothing. Let's grab another bag, pull a few out. Okay, so 160, grab the sticker for it, and on goes the sticker. It might be tomorrow. I think it'll have to be, I mean, it doesn't have to be, but I think tomorrow I will figure out what painting I want to take to work next. And do a kitting up. So you might see that pretty soon. Okay, now I think I didn't finish a thought. So that's the square, there's the round. I ordered a couple small paintings from DAC. So if they do the Winter with DAC paint along, I am prepared to participate in that too. I think that will be fun. Next one is 317, and there's a round in there. Now, Rebecca has traded out her bags with thicker bags, thicker as in, you know, like this is like a 7 mil, and she went to an 11 mil thickness bag, and they tend to stand up on their own, so she's not using the cards anymore. But at the moment, I actually went through quite a bit to get these exact size bags. I'm not ready to ditch them. So 318 is there. Oh, if I do hit that point where it feels like I'm ready to do it, I will go ahead and do that. Just, I've got such a small collection at this point, it doesn't seem like a necessary for expenditure and for, you know what, I think I'm getting to a point where I could very easily move some back. So right now I will stack them sideways in the center section because it's a little bit narrow right there. I have these just put in with painter's tape, and this one's over a little far for whatever reason. I'll adjust that later. But now I have a little bit more room to work. So 321 does not have one. So let's go ahead and do up a, let's grab the sticker. And on you go. So I know there's quite a few out there that really like watching these videos. So that's why I still do them, even though I don't diamond paint as much anymore. This process really relaxes me. So it's one of the things that I am drawn to with diamond painting. So 334 needs a bag. 334 is right there. I can tell that I am seriously out of practice because I don't feel chatty at all. Struggling a little bit with the chatty part of this. So I hope you don't mind the long pauses. Okay, I need a bag for this. 341. That number always makes me laugh. 341. In basic training in tech school, the 341 was the form number for the demerit process that they had. So you had to keep a 341 on your person at all times, so that if you got in trouble and the TI asked you, for your 341 so that they could have it to file with the paperwork for the demerit. Yep, so Airman, give me your 341 is what always goes through my head. Wonder if they, it's been quite a minute since I was in basic training, so I wonder if they still do that or not. So 413 has a bag. Yeah. Okay, so next one is 550. So back a ways. Last weekend I went down to El Paso to have dinner with the stitching group down there. So since we haven't been able to get together with the group for our stitching sessions because the community room at the police substation that we would meet at has been closed since COVID. We've been, every couple of months we try to get together. Once things started to open back up, we are trying to get together. So 550. So it's a bit of a drive just for a meal, but it's nice to get out. And just have a nice time with friends. And the weekend before, no, the same weekend, so same weekend, because I went down to El Paso on Saturday, and then we went up to Ruidoso, 552, to a Western collectibles and gun show. So it's always interesting to go to those, and it's more for my husband. He's a collector of guns and knives, so he managed to get a good deal on a gun he's been looking for, so he was happy. 581. Okay. And we ate at the barbecue place that we found when we were up there a couple months ago. So I need a bag for this. 581 is right there. So it was a nice day away from the house. So as you guys notice, I am still using these containers. These are my favorite for my projects. I got them off of Amazon, and they just work so well. They're secure. These don't pop open, but they open really easy when you squeeze the sides. And they hold a bunch, and they're just easy to use. I love them. So 606. We'll need a bag. Let's get a few more out. So, if you guys are inclined, you want to comment if you are, let me know if you are planning on participating in either the Advent calendar diamond painting or the Winter with DAC. I'm assuming that Rachel Ray will do that, and Mrs. Coffee and Crafts will do that again this year. So I don't know if you guys do this, but you know, this bag doesn't feel like it wants to reseat. There it goes. I go through stages of my crafting. So I will stitch for a long time and not diamond paint, and then I will diamond paint while at the same time as I stitch for a while, and I might go back to stitching. I might drop stitching for a while and do some more diamond painting. Although I can't completely drop stitching, because I can stitch in the car when we're on trips. I can stitch when I fly. Can't exactly diamond paint when you travel. So I'm sure people have, and I'm sure it's possible, but not exactly easy. So I can stitch really well when I'm on the road. Alright, so 644 is there. It is nice having my stickers pre-printed. So I don't have to keep writing out numbers. I'm glad I went and did that. Okay. The next one is, these are not in order. Okay, so I think we're gonna put those over there. Yep, okay, so 798 is next. That's a ways back. 798 has no bag. So let's make a bag. And that's the next page of stickers. 798. There you are. Yeah, I came in here to film and I was pulling these boxes down to get all set up, and then I found these containers and I was like, oh man. So 814 has no bag. 814. I was like, you know what, I'm already doing a dekitting. Let's go ahead and take care of this one as well. So 823. 23 has one square bag, so it'll need a round bag. So 823. Somehow I think that they've designed these with that little bend so that the edge pops up. I seem to be struggling a little bit with them, so I think they're meant for righties since I'm a lefty. Seems how the world works. All right, so let's talk a little bit about media. You know, what have I been watching? What have I been listening to? Stuff I've been enjoying recently. Okay, so okay, these are a little out of order. So let's go back a little bit to 800. I must have gotten out of order while I was working with them. I guess I'll need to check that next time before I start filming. So 800 does not have a bag. Here we go. Okay, so on YouTube, I've been watching a singer by the name of Jeff Castellucci. and it's spelled with a G-E-O-F-F, so it's like an old world spelling of Jeff. He is amazing. He does super low bass. It is just incredible. So he has videos that he does on his own, and he also gets together with a group of 4 to 5, 3 to 4, so it changes a little bit for over time, but a group of stitchers, they're called voice play, I think that's what it's called on YouTube, and I so enjoy watching their videos, because not only are they singing, they're also performing at the same time. And their style, they have such a great sense of humor. So if you're interested, I would recommend checking them out. It's nice when you find something that just makes you laugh, but you also at the same time, it's just listening to them is incredible, the vocal range. Okay, so speaking of singing, so funny. Okay, so 809. I need a bag. I'm not a singer. I'm mostly tone deaf. Let me get a drink real quick. I'm mostly tone deaf. I enjoy singing. I sing in the car a lot, but I've never performed. I got it into my head some months ago that I wanted to sing the national anthem, or the Star Spangled Banner, for my husband. So I've spent some months practicing, and it was his birthday this past week, so I recorded myself singing it for him. He really liked it. I mean, he agrees with me. I know I am not a good singer, but he's like, you put so much effort into it, you could tell, and he just thought it was cute, and that's what I was going for. Alright, so the next one is 905. There you are, no bag, so let's make a bag, and I'll need some more of these little guys. Get out another stack of these. So what I do with these is I like to bend them and then grab them so that there's a little bit of a stepped part to them. It just makes them easier to grab. Okay, so number is 905. I'll grab my sticker. So I've been working my way through NCIS, rewatching. I started at the beginning, and I'm working my way through, because I only made it so far into the entire series, and even, I mean, the series is still going, so that means I have even more shows to watch. I'm excited for 926. Season 6 of Lucifer just released on Netflix. I have not watched anything because I'm leery of watching an episode and then jonesing for the next one for a whole week. So I think maybe I'll not get started until it's a bit into the season, so I can binge some of it. I think I've gotten a little spoiled with the binging of shows, that when I can't binge, it just kills me. When I'm like, what? I have to wait a whole week for the next episode? Alright, so the next one is 9:34. There's no bag, so let's create one. 9:34. There we go. And we're almost to the end of this container, and there's just a few in a second container to do. So 9:36 is back there, and there's no bag. Let's get a few more out. Let's just pull the whole lot of them out. $9.36. So I keep looking up occasionally to make sure. I mean, this new camera that I got, it has such a wider viewpoint from the fixed point that is, you know, where I put it above my desk, that since it actually sees a good portion past the white desktop, I think I'm not near out of camera nearly as often. Okay, so let's throw these back up here. Though I'm thinking maybe I need to pull one row out and then just keep shifting them. We'll see. I'll try that next time, just so we don't have to do this part. And this one is going to be too short, two units short, since there is a couple that should have gone. Let's close this for now, and we'll do these up. Okay, so let's see, I have 38 and 37, so 666, 900, and then 33, 37.0, 37.4, 38.0, and 38. Okay. So let's backtrack a little bit and hit the 666s. Okay, there, and there's no back. Okay. So let's get my sticker. It's going to be a couple back. There you are. Yep, whoever in the DMC Corporation decided that 666 needed to be the number for Christmas red. I have to wonder. There we go. And 946. Back this way. 946 has no bag. Bigger. So we'll have to scroll forward a bit to get 946. I was just going to say, I wonder how long it's going to take me before I have some of each color in my spare storage. But since Rebecca at 4 Kids at 147 hasn't reached that point yet, and she is way more prolific at diamond painting, so that makes me think that it'll be quite a while. So 330, 3325 is the next one. There you are, and there's no bag. So let's create, and I have to scroll forward to get 3325. So as you notice, these stickers will peel off, but I have not yet had one fall off. So I think these are good stickers. I got their Avery labels. They're listed as matte white round labels. Doesn't say if they're considered permanent or removable. I forget. So in you go. And these are super easy to tip them into something because you can angle it and use the corner of the square to do it. Another reason why I really like them. So 3705 is in the part that I stuck to the side here. So let's just work with it in this manner for right now. Like I said, I'll adjust this later so I can turn them the same direction. So 3705 is right there. $37.05 is right there. Alright, just 3 more. After this. Alright, so I may have to just sit down and come up with things to talk about during these. Because, I mean, with the situation as it is, since we are doing a lot of just staying home, there's not a whole lot to talk about. Alright, so family stuff. Ooh, okay, so just a little bit. tomorrow we might be doing a frog release. So my husband, where he works, we had some pretty good rain this year. Our rainy season was extreme for the desert, and so there was a pretty sizable puddle near my husband's building on base where he works, and frogs, or toads, specifically spade-footed toads, had laid a bunch of eggs, and there were oodles and oodles of tadpoles swimming around in these puddles. Well, puddles started to dry up, so my husband and his co-worker, 3801, yeah, scooped a bunch out of the pool as the puddle was getting to a critical point where it was evident that they weren't going to survive it. They scooped a bunch out and brought them home. My husband, at first, he bought a small aquarium from Walmart to put them in, but we realized that wasn't the best because they dirty the water up so fast. So we got a container for the backyard to put them into. It was just a plastic storage container, and we drilled holes in the lid. So the lid is to keep them safe from birds that might try to eat them when they're tadpoles, or in that weird stage between tadpole and the actual frog or toad. But they are air breathers. They come to the surface to breathe all the time. Alright, so the last one is 3858, which is actually over here. 30. So what I could do, grab them all. I could just put them in over here. That works. And I like putting this guy back here so that they don't fall all the way back. So 3858 is the last one. Oh, I had 59. So 58 needs back. So they've gotten to the point where they have all their front and back legs, and most of their tail is gone. Some of them are completely gone, have no tail left. And there's just a couple with a bit of a tail. So I think we're going to release at least the ones that are completely tailless tomorrow. So it was fun. It was fun watching them grow from just swimming little tadpoles into actual toads. I'm pretty sure they're toads. Alright, so that's done. Let's throw these two back into their container. And so I got two more to de-label in front of the TV. And there we go. Kitting is done for tonight. I'll be back with a kitting up as soon as I figure out which project I want to take to work with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If this is something that you like to watch. That was the sound that I heard, was that little bag falling. Okay, well, we'll just have to adjust here. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll catch you next time. Take care and happy crafting, whatever craft you like to do.